Well, what's up to all my pimps and model car players out there in YouTube land? This is Fast Jimmy71 coming at you from the Chicken Grease Garage. What's cracking to all my homies out there? Okay. Well, before I get into the video, it is hot. Man, it is hot today. It went up to 100 degrees. I know that ain't much for some of you other guys out there that live like in California or out in Louisiana and Florida and Arizona and stuff like that. But shit, Chicago, man, we get hot days, but damn, man, it was hot today. It was just miserable hot. But that's the way it is. So you gotta try to stay cool as much as you can. So enough of that. I wish to say thank you to everybody out there that sent awesome comments on this car. My latest project that I just posted up yesterday. The 56 Ford, aka known as now the Bone Shaker. It's an interesting build. It's not the car. I love the car. The car's nice. If I didn't like the car, I wouldn't have built it. It was just the kit, the brand, Model King. I always had problems with Model King models for some reason. They're always giving me issues. Always fit issues. A lot of flashing. Some parts. So it's not the car itself. It's actually the brand of kit. I've always had bad luck with these kits for some reason. That isn't the first one. But all in all, she came out good. It's a custom. And you're always gonna have fit issues because you're changing stuff around that don't go with the cars. So you're always gonna have some sort of fit issues. But before I started putting the car together, I started test fitting everything, and I was already having issues before I even started changing anything on the car. So really, it was just gonna give me problems all the way from the beginning when I took it out of the box. But she went together okay. The doors don't close all the way. Well, they closed all the way, but there's still a little gappage. They're not shutting flush with the body. The hood had hinges on it, and when I put the hinges on and I glued them on into place and I put it on, the hood didn't want to close. So I had to cut them off. So it's just a lot of problems, but she went together, and what you saw in the video is what I put together. So I'm gonna show you a glimpse of the car right now. There she is. It's a nice car, man. It actually looks pretty cool, man. It actually looks like something that you could take to the track. If it were a 1/1 scale, you take it out on the cruise night, and make a couple people pissed off around the neighborhood, and set off people's alarms and stuff, with the loud muffler system, because it has no mufflers. It's got straight open headers. Engine is fully detailed. Plus, the engine isn't from this car. It's actually from that Revell parts pack. It was an engine that was sent to me by my homie Ralph a while back. We did a little trade, and he threw in that engine for me, and that's the engine. It's a really nice engine, very nicely detailed engine. Plus, I added the wires and everything. I made the scratch built optimal battery. Sorry about that. You know, a little tongue tied right now. Um, Plus, I did the MSD box and everything. I wanted to get the little decals and stuff for the MSD box, but my printer isn't working. Excuse me. So I couldn't make it. But enough of that. Um, like I said, with the doors, as you can see, the doors don't sit flush with the body, and that's on both sides. Like I said, man, it is what it is. I put magnets in the doors so the doors would shut, but like I said, the doors don't close the way they're supposed to. So, hey, that's what I got. There we go. Fully detailed interior. Scratch built roll cage. You know, dressed up the dashboard a little bit. Then take this hood off, and as you can see, the undercarriage all fully detailed. Ran all the brake lines and gas line, you know, all the way to the back to the front. You know, did all the little connectors and everything. Did everything by hand, and that was a big pain. For those of you that have never done this, you better practice before you do it, because it's not easy. Very nerve-wracking. Very nerve-wracking. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Ralph when I was actually putting that together, and it wasn't easy. But I got her done. I got her done. You know, she came out sweet. You know, but you know, besides all the little, you know, the little setbacks, and you know, the doors don't closing right, and you know, the hood, you know, I had to break the hinges on it to, you know, to let it sit right. The ride height is beautiful. I love the ride height on it. Came out real nice. Color is okay. It's got kind of it's not a really shiny color. It's kind of I don't know, satin kind of color, you want to call it, you know. But it came out nice. You know, it's a, you know, a street cruiser. This is all bare metal foil. All this is bare metal foil, and man, oh man, oh man, that was a pain. That was a pain, especially right up along here. That was a pain to get this to sit right. The sides were okay. The back window, the front window was okay. The sides were okay. This part was where it gave me a hassle, because I had to be careful that my X-Acto knife did not slip and catch the body. So when you guys are putting bare metal foil, you know that you have to be very careful with this stuff, because it's very tricky to mess with. I know I said I'm gonna be doing a how-to video on how to apply this stuff, but right now I don't have any more bare metal foil, so just gonna have to hold off on that for a bit. But there's the 56, known as Bone Shaker. Now we are gonna get into the next kit that I am going to do. This is my new project. A 1962 Chevy Impala 62. Yeah, boy. This is the Revell 2-in-1 Special Edition. Yes, this is my next project. This is going to be a replica. Yes, a replica. I don't do replicas, but this is going to be a replica. And it's going to be a replica of this car that I saw at a local car show. Let me see. I'm going to show you a picture of the car. Let me see if I can find it for anything. Okay, here we go. This is the picture of the car. You can barely see it. It looks kind of blurry. But that's the picture of the car. There's the engine. You can barely see it. The glare from the video. There's the interior. You can Can't make it out that good. And there's the trunk. That's the whole car. This was at a local car show that I went to about a month ago. And that is going to be the replica that I am going to build. Fell in love with that car, man. As soon as I saw it, I loved it. This was actually a trade that I did with another subscriber of mine. We did a trade. I traded a kit for this one. And I'm going to do an open box review so you guys can see. I already opened it, as you can see, and I was doing a little test fitting. Here is the body. Very nice. Very nice body. Very clean. Clean lines. No flashing whatsoever. Very little cleanup. Very little preparation. Very nice. Very, very nice. There is the chassis. Very nicely detailed. Very nicely molded. This is a very nice kit. I love these kits. These limited edition kits, man. Just like that Nova. 69 Nova. Woo! I love it. Here is the instructions. 4 instructions. Shows you the the drag racing edition, and shows you the edition. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. You need to bear with me. Hold on 1 second. And then this is this is the stock edition of the car. Well, mine is not going to look like neither of these. So that's that. Now, I got a couple of things out of the bag here. Here are the door panels, hood. What else is there? Some visors, steering wheel, steering column, hood mounts, hinges, hood, dashboard. What else I got in here? Then exhaust, engine parts, and what is this? This is more exhaust, roll cage, wheels, that kind of stuff. This bag is all the chrome. Very nice, very nice, very nice chrome. Very nice. A lot of chrome. And this is the windows. Separate bag. Here are the front and rear suspension. You got firewall. Interior parts, you got the seats, radiator shroud, differential, battery, all that good stuff. But I'm not going to use a lot of those parts because I'm going to be scratch building my own parts. These are the tires that come with the kit, but I am not going to be using any of these tires. I'll probably use those for another project. Here are the rear tail lights in a separate bag. These little pins here that come in a separate bag are for the wheels, but I'm not going to be using those either. I'll probably use those for another project. Then here are the decals. Very nice decals, man. Very nice. Very nice decals. Very bright. Very nice decals. But I'm not going to be using any of these because I'm not going to do the car like that. But those decals, I'll use them for something else. And that is the end of the kit. And as I can tell you right now, this is worth every penny. So those of you guys that have not got one, go to your local hobby shop and go get one. Because this is a very, very, very nice kit. And I know I'm going to have a blast putting this together. That's the inbox review of the kit. Then I went and I bought a die-cast car, and I found the rims that I needed, but the rims and tires, the tires in the back are not going to be the ones that I'm going to be able to use because they don't fit. They're too big, and I don't want to cut. I don't want to cut. So I looked in my parts box and I found a perfect set that matched perfectly to the car. And here they go. These match perfect with the car that's on the picture. So I got my tires and they fit perfectly. They're the right diameter to fit the wheel wells. So these are the tires I'm going to be using. Then I went into my little secret stash of sound system equipment, and I got my 2 amps and I got my 4 woofers, and I'm going to make my own enclosed box just the way it looks like in the trunk. So this trunk will be cut open. Interior is going to be the same color. It's going to be white with blue inserts, blue piping around white, and dashboard is going to be painted the same color as the car. Car is going to be painted in blue and the white top. So be looking out for this project because this is going to be something else. As you know, I'm working, so like you know, that took a long time. This is going to take longer because that wasn't a thought of project. That was just something that I put together, and it just came up with it. But this is going to be different. This is going to be a replica, and I need to get it as precise as possible with the pictures that I got. So this is going to take a little longer, so bear with me. I will be posting little videos from time to time. Well, listen, guys, I need to go right now because my wife needs me. So till next time, this is Fast Jimmy 71 saying peace, and you know it, chicken grease. Laters.
Chicken grease, chicken grease, chicken grease. Chicken grease, chicken grease, chicken grease. Chicken grease.